All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be talking about some massive hypocrisy coming out of the camp of Shakur Stevenson ahead of Gervonta Davis fighting Jake Paul in an exhibition. Man, say one thing, then do another. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. In this video, we're going to be reviewing some blatant hypocrisy and funny business related to the Gervonta Davis versus Jake Paul exhibition. Shakur Stevenson, who at one point in time said that he has a different type of integrity than Gervonta Davis and that he would not fight Jake Paul, miraculously decides that it is okay to spar Jake Paul for Jake Paul's fight against Gervonta Davis. Now, before I get into the details, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you are a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you to everybody that supports in the super thanks. $1 in the super chat is super thanks is worth 100 views, 10 is worth 1,000, so you know how it works. So thank you guys very much. Every time you tip your hat, it just magnifies your impact on the channel. So thank you. All right, Shakur Stevenson is a blazing hypocrite. And not only is he a blazing, fiery, flaming hypocrite, he is also somebody that is actively engaging in the old ancient art form of hustling backwards. When you think you are working hard towards your goal, but what you're really doing is working hard to get yourself as far away from your goal as you can possibly get. So Shakur decides that when Gervonta Davis's fight is announced with Jake Paul, in an interview, he says that he has a different type of integrity than Gervonta Davis has. And that's why he would not fight somebody like a Jake Paul. He wants to fight for legacy, yada, 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 yada. But it comes out that Shakur Stevenson, offered Jake Paul an opportunity to spar him, or offered himself up to be a sparring partner for Jake Paul in preparation for the fight. Now, please tell me in what world you think it's not okay for you to participate in the main event of a fight in an exhibition fight against Jake Paul, but you're not willing to do that, but you are willing to be a sparring partner, a widely publicized sparring partner that will be used to help promote the fight. No, Shakur, I think that you are attaching your name to this fight any way that you can attach your name to something that has a lot of stuff going on. And it is an ham-handed attempt, and one that I say is completely hypocritical, because he said something that was the exact opposite about himself. Now, like I said in the beginning of the video, I said that he is doing two things. One thing is looking like a hypocrite and actually being a hypocrite. The second is that he is hustling backwards. Hustling backwards means you're working hard to get to a goal, but you are going the wrong direction. So what do I mean by that in this case? Shakur Stevenson, when he was at 130 pounds, was the unified WBC and WBO junior lightweight champion. He was a headliner on cards, and he had a lot of positive momentum. He then misses weight, has to drop his belts, loses his belts on the scale, moves up to 135, has not necessarily the most incredible performances, kind of lackluster performances. But then he does this really strange thing and decides to become an undercard fighter on Turki Al-Ashik's card. Instead of continuing to work either with the PBC, Top Rank, or somebody like that, to continue to be a headliner and have people continue to think about him as a main event fighter. So not only did he stop becoming a main event fighter to become an undercard fighter, he now is not only an undercard fighter, he is a sparring partner for a fighter in an exhibition. And this is something that Tim Bradley had said in his critique of this situation with Shakur Stevenson. He was like, man, what is wrong with these guys? You guys want to be sparring partners. Back in the day, he's like, there's no way that I would have sparred with guys when I'm a world champion. At the world championship level, you are not a sparring partner for somebody. Now, to be fair, Shakur Stevenson is not the first person to do this. He's probably following suit from what Jaron Ennis did when Jaron Ennis went and sparred Canelo Alvarez to help Canelo Alvarez prepare for Terrence Crawford. So, it's kind of like it's in style to do that right now, but still, it's hustling backwards, man. It's hustling backwards. I like Shakur Stevenson as a fighter. I think he is an absolutely terrific fighter for sure. And like Tim Bradley says, it's going to be very difficult for people to beat Shakur Stevenson. It really, truly, truly is. However, these decisions that he's making, to me, is mind-boggling. Because if he just stayed pat, keeps winning, stays pat, eventually he's going to get some of these fights. The Teofimo Lopez fight that he wants to get, honestly, man, seems like Teofimo Lopez is playing around with him. You don't know what Teofimo Lopez is doing. Teofimo Lopez may pull a rug from underneath his feet. And then what's going on with Shakur? So like I said, man, Shakur Stevenson, in my personal opinion, and this is a phrase and a thought process that I had first heard from 2 Cent. So if you're listening to the video, 2 Cent, understand that I ain't forgetting about you. That, yeah, man, you're going the opposite direction of where you want to go. You're trying to be the big superstar in boxing, but what you're really doing is hustling back and making yourself look like an also-ran. I was listening to a video that was being done by Chris Algieri. And now while Chris Algieri was talking about how he had basically taken the Ruslan Pavadnikov fight at like a cut of 85-15, right? He didn't hardly get any money out of that fight. But because he beat Ruslan Pavadnikov, he made life-changing money after that. So he was saying that you definitely don't want to get known as a person that is going to take low money. That's a very risky thing, because if you take low money once, people are going to keep trying to put that on you, right? So you really don't want to do that. He had to take a chance. It worked out for him. He had no choice, but still the advice holds true. Shakur Stevenson's not in the same situation that Chris Algieri was. He doesn't have to take he doesn't have to be on the undercards. He doesn't have to be a sparring partner. These are the decisions that he's making because he decided that he knows best. But when you know best and you're out there on your own, making decisions for yourself without really having a lot of context, you're going to have some screw ups. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.